All right, we're finally getting to this. Oh boy. So there's a lot to go on here, but it's good to start off with this, isn't it? We know Randy Pitchford's been acting up. And today we have quit game and restart. PS5 Pro has the worst version of Borderlands 4 when it comes to leak issues. Oh boy, we have a lot to talk about here. Not only the PS5 Pro, but the PlayStation 5 and Xbox performance having memory leak issues, right? And Randy Pitchford continuing even till right now and not stopping. Then him telling PC players, code your own engine and show us how it's done. Randy Pitchford goes on the offensive as Borderlands 4 PC performance intensifies. I can't believe he would say that, man. What a clown. That guy, man. Oh, man. All right, let's start off right here. Worst performance, the more you play. Yeah, same thing was happening on PC, but you just restarted, but I found a mod and optimizer so that you can stop all those leaks and stutter issues, stutter compilation problems with Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, has something to do with that too, guys. The technical issues that have plagued Oblivion Remaster since its launch appear to be flaring up in recent release Borderlands 4. Stalker? Anything the Unreal Engine 5, there's always issues. Also, as PS5 players report of worse performance the longer they play. With suggestions, the new looter shooter is also suffering from memory leaks. Typical Unreal Engine 5 stuff. It is the PS5 Pro console that's apparently throwing up wild variations in frame rates. Players have reported that restarting the PS5 application temporarily fixes the fluctuations in frame drop rate in some long play sessions. Guys, that is true. Because even on PC, like with those type of issues, you just close it out, relaunch it, and you're back to the fluidity until it leaks out again, and then it starts crashing down and dumps you down to like 30 frames. You're like, man, I was at 80, 90 frames. What am I doing now at 30 or 25? It's terrible. It's like, yeah, it's absolutely garbage. And you'll have on frame gen. Stutter compilation with that on causes that. Yeah. So this is to help you guys out there. Players have reported that restarting the application fixes that, right? Gearbox software lead Randy Pitchford agrees with the temporary fix, suggesting a workaround to quit the game and restart. The developer is aware of the technical fault and is actively working on a PS5 patch. It is like that. It's been a thing that's been on PC for a while. You can't go to the main menu and get back on because the application is leaking. So you have to exit it out so that when you redo it, it restarts. Otherwise, it's just going to do that and crash over time. Now, what the hell is this? Piece of hair coming. But yeah, guys, there's no other solution around that till they fix it. And like I said, on PC, you can get the optimizer stutter mod and fix that, and it's gone. I'm having bad performance issues on PS5 Pro. Where can I get a more powerful PS5 from? No issue. Preference dropping on PS5 Pro after several hours of continuous play. Work around until we patch. Quit and restart. Sorry for the friction. Performance issues have also played the PC version of Borderlands 4, and Pitchfork went as far as to tell frustrated buyers to get a refund from Steam if they're not content waiting for updates. Yeah, it's our fault that you wanted to release a game that's unoptimized, because you know what they do here? They prioritize developing the game, and then right as the game is getting close to release, they start optimizing it. And then they do it based off of the highest specs rather than the lowest common denominator, rather than getting everybody in the poll, since the common denominator on Steam is using like a 4060 or something like that, 3060, you know what I mean? So it's like, let's start there and maximize that and then move up. It will be easier that way. But no, they're not doing that. We're far from done here, though. So we see what's going on with the PlayStation 5 version. Going over here, Sim Potato says, Borderlands 4 on PS5 and Xbox performance has a massive memory leak issue. You're looking at 30 to 40 frames of gameplay after about 2 hours of having the game on. Sometimes it goes to 30. Yeah, it's not going to get better. And this is the best possible console at the moment, being the PS5 Pro. This optimization is a disaster, he said. Going over to this post right here. Actually, you know what? Let's go over here. This is an example of what happens when you leave it on for too long. 6-hour play right here. See the difference? And right after he continued, it went right back to 60. That just proves exactly what we were talking about. It's the type of stuff that happens here. Okay, now let's go over to this ridiculous stuff, and let's get to this. Code your own engine and show us how it's done. Randy Pitchford is on the offensive when it comes to Borderlands 4 PC performance, right? People were complaining, fresh from the confusing comments about the reason why the console version of Borderlands 4 lacks a field of view slider, which they clarified, and his declaration that it would have been impossible to break the Borderlands 4 servers through sheer weight of player numbers logged at launch. I wouldn't be worrying about that. I'd be worrying about you having a record of sending away people by being a clown and not realizing that you are a grown, mature individual. It's like all these other clowns that are acting way out, and there's no need to effing damage a great game. It's like it all came out in 1 week. Insane. The outspoken Gearbox chief, and he's a CEO, spent time this weekend addressing the complaints about Borderlands 4 performance on PC. At various points on social media, PITCHFORD told people to code your own engine and show us how it's done, please, and declare Borderlands 4 a premium game made for premium gamers. Dude, that is the most elite douchebag statement I've seen PITCHFORD say, when that is not a remedy to, we need your help to fix the game. That's you guys' job. And for you to tell them to get in that position so they can, I mean, you just would think that he wouldn't have, well, no, actually, Randy PITCHFORD has a history. You know, I laugh at him because I can separate myself from that and not get worked up. But even then, it's like, that's not everybody's job. And that's only for a select amount of people in the world. And like I said, it has to be the most ridiculous statement, as if like you were saying, oh, I'm sorry. Like Bowser said, oh, you don't have that? Go get the weaker version. I'll go back to that, you know what I mean? Or go get a refund, or, you know, well, you don't have a 5090 with DLSS on and frame DLSS 4 and all that? No. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. We took an AI upscale shortcut, so we'll be patching it over time and on PC. Hopefully we can get those mods. But in the meantime, enjoy Borderlands or get a refund. He also suggested people put their irrational distrust of video game graphics tech such as DLSS aside and use it if it's available to them. Dude! That's not the point here, Randy. The point is that you guys released the game. You should have launched at the same release date with Nintendo Switch and have been doubled down and crunching on it right now still and getting ready to get an amazing launch at the same time. I can see why you had to delay the Switch version. Hell, I would too, the Switch 2 version. I mean, Unreal Engine 5 speaking, right? Yeah, this is the thing, like, this is not done on an accident. And this is a great game, and they're taking advantage of that. And Randy PITCHFORD is knowing that, and he's basically playing on it and fiddling in front of people and kind of just being ridiculous about it. I just find this to be absolutely dumb. Like, definitely if you are looking to, you know, set new records, set new metas, like, you have it, Randy. It's right there. Why squander it because you want to be an elite douchebag towards people that can't afford 5090s? Because you guys want to set those standards up there. It's just ridiculous. There's plenty to dig into here, but ultimately what PITCHFORD is saying is that PC gamers should manage their expectation when it comes to performance of Borderlands 4 in the context of their own rigs. Every PC gamer must accept the reality of the relationship between their hardware and what the software they are running is doing, he said, kicking off a thread clearly designed to address the performance issues that have sparked so much early discourse around Borderlands 4. It's like I said, I can run Borderlands 4 with frames in on and everything. Definitely after the mod I've done and the update, I'm getting over 100 plus frames per second. Playing some on medium, some settings on high. Yeah, but I have the rig to do that. But does that mean that people that don't have that should be told that because they don't have that rig? No, you should have optimized it better. It can run on there just like it can be able to run the Switch too. Everybody knows this. But the thing is, though, is that they're just chasing that extra profit, and this is nothing new here. The same broken stuff that I was telling people about all generation long when it comes to Unreal Engine 5 and why I hate everything that has to do with gaming. I would have rather you give me 120 frames per second, 4K, Unreal Engine 4 on Borderlands 4, and then launch an Unreal Engine 5 update with it later on. Why weren't we doing this whole generation? Everything would have been super smooth. You would have had more sales, more PC players would have been accessible, more Switch aspects and all that, more serious. You see what I'm saying? It's just better to me. I think people would rather take that, like that Stellar Blade approach, than this broken ass approach where I have to wait and I can't even play the game. Why then? You know what I mean? That's annoying. And this here goes the more elite society that they're forming. I'm telling you, it's going to become more luxurious and elite oriented. We have made an amazing and fun and huge looter shooter campaign game. The game is pretty damn optimal, which means that the software is doing what we want without wasteful cycles or bad processes. He's dancing around it. I'm telling you, we did our job and we'll optimize it. So if you don't like it, get a refund or upgrade your overpriced NVIDIA anti-consumer card. PITCHFORD went on to assist that PC gamers have tools that help them balance their preferences between FPS resolution and rendering features. Dude, he's talking to people like they're dumb, like we don't know all this. It's like, when he's doing that, like all that means is that you're just dancing around it instead of just saying straightforward, like, you guys are right, we rushed the game out. And we're doing our best to fix it. You know what I mean? Just something simple like that. That's it. You're done. Say nothing else, Randy. But no, he can't stop himself. So instead, he just starts providing all these other aspects. Then saying, some of you will prefer more FPS or more features or higher resolution. We have provided many tools to help you make these trade-offs, he continued. Then, in typical Randy PITCHFORD on the foot fashion, it is a mistake to believe or expect that PCs between minimum specifications and recommended specifications can achieve all of the extremely high frame rate, maximum ultra features, and extremely high resolutions. That's not the point here. The point here is either the game is optimized or it's not, and it's not. All this other stuff, man. If the majority of people can't play it, it's not optimized. If that last post makes you have a negative reaction, I bet you have emotions and expectations that you feel aren't sufficiently attended to. I was annoyed because I have some issues on launch, but I can run it. But even then, I shouldn't have to lower some of these settings to get 100. I shouldn't have to go down to 1200p to do that. It's annoying. You know what I mean? Though I do 1200p upgrade, upscale to 4K, but dude, I was thinking I could at least do 1440p on some things on high and all that. But then it's just like, It's better with that last update they did and with the optimizer I got, but yeah, I mean, we still got some patches to go. So yeah, but please accept that the game is doing a lot and running pretty optimal, that you have either to accept some trade-offs between FPS features and resolution as your preference, or you will continue to be disappointed. There's more. PITCHFORD went on to advise PC gamers should make use of DLSS, NVIDIA's AI image enhancement and rendering technology for GeForce RTX GPUs, downplay concern about input lag. Use DLSS, it's great. Oh man, yeah, well no, this is why this is like this for FrameGen, because you took that shortcut and you didn't optimize it. Now imagine if you would have even put 50% more effort into optimizing, then you put that on. Man, now we're talking, man, like 140, right? 150 frames per second. And then when I turn it off, I'm still getting 70 or 80, you know what I mean? Or 60 frames without FrameGen on. Yeah, now I see that you're actually optimizing the damn game, not covering it with fake frames. Not that I'm against that, but the idea here is that you're ignoring what people are saying and you're consistently dancing around. And then you're throwing the AI upscaling shortcut stuff in front of them because you know you didn't optimize the game. So, yeah, I mean, let's finish. Use DLSS is great, he said. The game was built to take advantage of it. We didn't want to organically optimize. This is not a competitive FPS. This guy's a clown, I swear. And I have been led to believe that in a blind test that humans cannot detect any input lag. In my own demonstrates and experiments, I believe this is true. Everyone has the freedom to believe what they want to believe. And I know on the internet it's easy to find rage and passionate people who are convinced of all kinds of things, whether they are true or not. If you are attached to the idea that DLSS is bad for your game experience because of something you saw or read on the internet, I'm sorry. I hope instead you would use the technology designed to give you experience you want. I'm sorry. I hope you don't think that it's bad that we took the AI upscale and they were not optimizing the game. Please do that, because that's the way we're making the game, and we want that extra early profit. We know you're going to get addicted to it. We know you're loving it. We see those Steam numbers. I'm going to keep talking because I know I'm going to update it. And over time, psychologically, it's anything else, you'll get used to it. You'll get rid of it. You'll forget about it, and you'll go back in the wheel. Randy, screw you. I get what you're saying. Eat one. There's more, but the rest is pointing out Gearbox is continuing to improve Borderlands 4 and PC performance, and thanks to players for their interest. There are also a few real issues Gearbox is working to fix, but those affect a very, very small percentage of users. Yeah, there's some stuff around that. So, we're not done here. Randy's not done. You know what? Let's go ahead and go to this real quick. This is what he said recently. Randy PITCHFORD does not stop, right? This time he's upset at Paul Tassi for pointing out that one of his tech tips isn't even an option in Borderlands 4. Every day since Borderlands 4 launched, he's been arguing with people. Paul Tassi says, Randy is now doing personal tech support for Twitter users and recommending 4x FrameGen for 5080 and telling people to turn off fog, which is literally not an option in the game. And you're telling people that they should need FrameGen for 5080 is absolutely baffling to me for a game that is not more demanding than certain other games. It's just that, oh man. All right. Here it is. You should be, would you like to help, would you like help tuning your personal specification? You should be in good shape. Run on that 1440p monitor Recommend 2 inputs into the G8 so you're running it split screen. What FPS are you getting? VSync off, disable anti-aliasing, use DLSS multi-frame generation at ×4, NVIDIA reflex on, match your frame limiter. This is where Randy has said this, right? And he told this guy to turn off fog. And this is how out of touch he is with certain things, because you would think that he would have probably known that, but it's not an option. So here, oops, you are correct. The bottom setting for fog is low, not off. The mistake was innocent and there's a story behind it. But I think this fucking clown, man. But I think it is more fun for you to skewer me over it. Reducing the volumetric fog option will increase FPS for most configurations with a 5080. It's not optimized. This guy says, I don't know what spectrum he's on, but I can't imagine being so locked in that lower your settings so you get decent performance on a 5080. Tell me about it. It's something you can type without begging for mercy in the same tweet. Yeah, tell me about it. Boy, Andy. We're not done here, though. Let's get ready to end this. So here's what he says. I know a lot of you are dead set on playing at 4K with ultra max settings and using 2 or 3 year old hardware, he tweeted. You do you. But Borderlands 4 and Unreal Engine 5 are doing a lot for me. That trade-off for frames isn't worth it. I play at 1440p with settings super high and super happy with the trade-off. The game looks amazing at 1440p. That's, once again, not the point of the game not being optimized. If you're not 4K stubborn and just want to have a great fun time with higher preferences, please consider running at 1440p resolution. If you got a beast of a video card, you're probably fine at 4K. But if you're in the middle or close to mine or minimum specs, I would definitely recommend making that trade. But of course, we have to do that. So there we have it. There's more down here, but I think we get the point here. It's like, why is he doing all this? And he was tweeting a lot. There's even more right here. The minimum of recommended specs are published, he said. The most common hardware is a 4-year-old cell phone. Borderlands 4 is a premium game made for premium gamers. Just as Borderlands 4 cannot run on a PlayStation 4, cannot be expected to run on 2 old PC hardware. Unlike on PlayStation and Xbox, we cannot prevent a PC with suboptimal hardware to try the game to play it. Some may try and get mad, and some have actual issues we need to fix, and some need to learn how their PCs work at the high end for their specific game in 2025, and use the tools available to them to find the right balance between frame rate, resolution, and graphics feature. This is not a game made to run on 10-year-old PCs. The game uses the full capabilities of modern bus CPU and GPU. It's unoptimized. If you're trying to drive a monster truck with a leaf blower's motor, you're going to be disappointed. If you discover your system can't run the game very well by accident or wishful thinking, don't try to mess with the settings to make things good enough for you. Please just use the refund feature on Steam rather than having a subpar experience. So instead of saying we're going to fix the game, we rushed it out. It's now working on PS5 Pros, having issues on there as we just saw. He keeps on making a bunch of excuses and pissing off people and hurting the game. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. Jesus, Randy. Good Lord. Later, y'all. Hang in there.